Okay guys, in this video I want to just give a small reminder about diet. So many people have their own viewpoints on diet and they eat certain things in order to maintain their body or maintain their health, whatever it is. So I've seen many traditional people or many old people generally have this idea that eating carbohydrates is energy and eating a lot of fries. It's because of their own culture, and in India it's a special thing because most of them eat carbohydrates. I think this rice and traditional batter, battered dosa, idli, and all these things. I think it's energy and things like that. So whenever I researched this about this diet thing throughout the internet and through all my friends and families, what I come up with is, so this all these popular actors or people who work in the media to try to stay in a lean shape, all they eat is protein, that is meat. So meat is the only food which is like 100% protein, nearly 99.9% protein, and 1% carbohydrates. So it's meat's the only type of thing which plays in that category. So a lot of protein and absolute not of any carbohydrates. So people eat a lot of meat, and this, guess what? They stay lean. They don't need to do very hard exercise. They need to train super hard for getting a lean physique. Oh, so what exactly happens is when you eat a lot of protein, your fat is forced to burn. And many people have a wrong idea that if they want to lose fat, they they should go in a carbohydrate deficit. People think if they eat less, they are going to lose fat. Absolutely not. If you eat less, you are going to lose muscles, and fat stays the same, and you can't actually lose weight. If you're stopping, cutting the whole food intake just like that, it's a huge mistake because you're cutting down muscles. Initial 1 or 2 days, you might lose weight. After that, you won't. It's because you're cutting down your muscles. It's a huge mistake. Stop doing that. So if you want to lose weight, the best thing to do is eat a lot of protein and forget about fats and carbohydrates. Just forget. Eat a lot of protein. Make sure you're eating twice the grams of each kilogram of your body weight. That is, if you are weighing 10 kgs, you need to eat 20 gram of protein. 60 kgs, 16 into 120 grams of proteins. Make sure the target is simple as that, and it's not too hard. Protein is not too costly. You can get it through eggs, you can get it to plant protein, plant based, that's smooth dals and chickpeas and a lot of ways for that, green peas and things like that. So if you want to lose weight, you need to make sure that your carbohydrate intake is very less. That is in a deficient manner. And of course, you need this enough protein. If you lack protein, you're going to lose muscles, not fat, and it's going to cause you weakness. So that's the common mistake you need to avoid making in your diet, in altering your diet, and in order to lose or gain weight. So if you want to gain weight, just eating a lot won't help the same way. You need to hit 120 grams of protein at least if you're 60 kgs, and if you're 70 and it's more. So it's a simple calculation is that 1.5 into every kilo you weigh in grams. If you're 60 kg, 90 grams of protein, 70 kg, how much is that? 105 grams of protein. Simple calculation. 1.5 times multiplied by the each kilogram you have. That is number of kilos you weigh, and that many grams of protein you need to have per day. And it's compulsory if you're cutting or bulking, doesn't matter. So common research, the best thing to do to alter your diet, the best version most is just make sure you're eating meat and not any carbohydrate rich food. And it's a huge mistake because people eat all this carbohydrate rich food and thinking it's energy, but actually not. Do you think actors exercise 2 hours, 3 hours a day for getting the physique they have? But they just eat meat and work out at least once a day, or just thrice or 4 times a week, and still they get the super physique. It's not actually the workout, it's the diet which makes 70% of the changes. So only professionals know this, and they say this too often. 70% of the body is determined by a diet and a maintenance. So if you have good diet and maintenance, even at the age of 50 you can look super jacked. That is absolutely possible. I've seen many 50-year-olds look super jacked and all they eat is meat. because they are eating just protein. They don't have carbohydrates in their body. So absolutely that's not a satisfying reason for them to get fat or get overweight. So eat a lot of proteins. Make sure you don't have all these useless carbs because they are completely useless. And this diet can be practiced by anybody, absolutely anybody. So old people don't need to disapprove with this diet. Even old people can eat a lot of meat. And they say it's cholesterol and can they come with all these problems. So let me tell you something. Carbohydrates is a sugar. It's a form of sugar. It's actually silently unhealthy. You don't actually notice, but it's super unhealthy because it's a sugar. And all sugars are super unhealthy because they are just unwanted residue in your body. They don't actually make a huge difference out there. They are not vital for your body. You can live with sugar without sugar. You can live absolutely without sugar, but you can't live without proteins because proteins are main thing. And people miss out proteins every single day. They don't get enough meat. They don't get the protein goals a day, and they don't even meet the needs of getting protein per day as suggested by the WBC, World Health Organization, WHO. They don't actually listen to anything of that, but instead they sit and try to eat a lot of carbohydrates and rice for no reason. It's a global huge mistaken pandemic. They eat a lot of carbohydrates for no absolute reason. They need to eat a lot of proteins, meats, and a lot of plant protein sources. So these foods are actually effective and they are proven to be effective, and it's actually proven in this internet, and even if you can ask professionals about that, all you eat is meat, you're going to be in a very good healthy state, and it's absolutely guaranteed, and anybody can try it. Even an old grandma can get a decent physique if she follows this diet. And it's also called keto diet. So look at all those keto diet people. They look super jacked and very good fit posture. I've seen many people online. So even I said online, you can say that keto diet is blankly, if you follow keto diet in a perfect way, just by avoiding all the carbohydrates and eating a lot of meat, you're going to get very good physique. You're going to get a super physique, and your health is going to be twice as good as it's now if you're not actually following the keto diet. So that's the main point of the video. I want to try to say that main food in your diet is protein and not carbohydrate. And many people have this stupid belief that carbohydrates make a lot of things. They boost your energy. It actually gives you energy. Now you can work a lot harder. No, it's not actually the truth. The truth is carbohydrates make you weak. The only thing which is going to make you strong is protein. And proteins comes through meat, not through dosas and rice. So you need meat to eat every single day. So if you switch this habit of having a lot of carbohydrates and replace it with having a lot of proteins, you're going to feel your brain to be in a boosted manner. Your brain is going to function super good because with adequate proteins and vitamins and minerals you have, if you have all it, your mind is going to be working in a much better state because with enough protein, the 9 essential amino acids, the brain is going to function in a better way. So you don't actually realize that you have been living in a protein deficiency all through your entire life. Stop doing that common mistake. Try to meet up your protein goals by eating a lot of eggs, plant proteins, meat, and many other things like soya and things like that. So that's always a way to meet your protein goals. Even you're vegetarian, still have the chance to get it on through the plant proteins. And what I would recommend if you're vegetarian is eat moong dal, guys. Moong dal is a snack, and you're Indian and you want to gain weight or lose weight, and you're looking for very good source of protein, affordable, accessible to everyone across the India. Order Haldiram's moong dal. It's nothing sponsored here. It's my personal suggestion that if you order Haldiram's moong dal, it has like 20 grams of protein per 100 grams of serving. So each packet comes with 200 gram, and the single packet gives you massive amount of 40 grams of protein. And you can have 1 or 2 packets and you're good to go already. Haldiram's moong dal, remember it, guys. It's the green packet and I understand that if you are Indian watching this video, you might all have already known that snack. See you in the next video. Goodbye.